Okay, so we are back in the garage. I'm not sure how long I'm going to last today because it's absolutely freezing. Even wearing my heated vest and my fan heater running down below. So, basically, we have a problem here, which is the replacement flexible strip that should be used to replace the probably broken one in the Psion. Okay, so I am back in the garage. It is very cold today. I don't know why. It started off the morning quite warm, but that's changed. So I'm going to try and sort something out with this flexible strip, which you can see I've attacked a bit, which feels a bit mean to attack something where it's very difficult to get replacements, but they didn't offer me a refund, and they don't do the right kind of strip, despite the fact that this is notionally a Psion 3 with what I thought would be the same flexible strip running to the screen. It's not, they're different. So a quick check tells me that these, I'm actually going to have to remove my glasses for a second. Let's go from one edge to the other. Let's do that. Let's go this way. So that edge to there. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's about 0.8 millimeters. Now, I haven't seen a 0.8 millimeter pitch one, but I'll have to go have a look. But my quick search, I couldn't find a 0.8 millimeter pitch flexible screen link from anywhere. So butchers and see what's hiding in here. Okay. Stay in your box. Sit in your box. Alright. This is the screen here. Just the bit that I'm currently worrying about. This can all go back. Let's go on anti-static bag. There. Right. And I'm presuming here that this is the problem. Typically this is apparently the problem. If this isn't the problem, then I don't know what is. Interesting point. Don't actually know that this is the problem. Should have checked a bit more thoroughly. Normally, if you have a problem with these, it is down to these flexible screen lengths going. I actually don't see any obvious defects on it. And maybe that is a question that one should answer, is whether there is actually well, really I just want a beat tester. Yeah, okay. Whether there is actually a problem with this, or whether it all works. At least in this position, these are all working so far. That one has resistance. It probably shouldn't. probably should be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just bringing it. Bring this in so I can see what I'm doing. Kind of. Yes. Considering the possibility that this screen corruption may in fact not be what is the normal cause of screen corruption. Definitely touching number 5 here, yeah. Oh no, there we go. Alright. Take my glasses off as well. We'll double check before we go any further. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, no. I am been in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is fine. 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 6. 7. 7. Yep. Sometimes yeah. Looks good. Yeah. I don't think it is this cable. I think this has a more serious problem, which is a disappointment to me. Alright, all of those are fine. I'm just going to go from here to here. Check each of these actually has a decent connection. This may just be a lawn ornament. Ooh. I get overexcited when I find one where it doesn't immediately connect. Yeah, I think it should. Yeah. Interesting thing is Alright, so we haven't destroyed it in the process, as far as I know. So, well, I'm glad I didn't get much further with that. I was going to try and strip it back, and actually experiments suggest that I could probably manage that. but I don't, since that's not the problem, I don't want to do that. Okay. And this beast is all a single unit, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. Right. Okay. So this is the keyboard. Okay, so we'll try. My eyes are going to curse me for this because my eyes do not, and I do not get on well when I take my glasses off. Alright, so that should be sitting there. Sit, go back where you're meant to be. Okay. So this belongs here. Let's see. What you just have to do is look out for another pocketbook that's not dead. A thing, wouldn't it? Right, so that goes. Don't do that. That goes here. That. Let's get rid of these Captain, Caplan, Captan, Capton, whatever that stuff's called. On tape. That's really tricky. That's it. That connects to. It goes in there. Okay. Okay, that's that. We can do that. That's end. Okay, well, they come off now. This needs to sneak in here to connect. This is tricky, isn't it? This is a case of actually you have to disassemble this. Let's have a look. That's screwed down. It actually is screwed down. That was just positioned over the top of those screws. Wrong. So wrong. This is an exercise in Kate being wrong. Not unusual. Interesting. How did that go then? There. Well, I do not recall borrowing it. That's where that missing energizer was. Looking for it for a while. Anyone would think that my desk was covered in crap. This might fit. Oh, is it under? Yeah, no. Honestly, a little bit of a loss. What I've done with that. This is a huge screwdriver for a very small screw, but it's actually, it fits. So let's take it. Alright, so these two. Special. Okay, go over here a minute. Over here. Weird. Okay, is this held in by anything? No. Okay, so that makes life easier. Now, none of this needs to be on here. Let's take this all off. All come sit down here. Okay. Better. Better, better. Alright. Shoo. Challenge for people who are more adept than me. Okay, there we go. In. Okay, that's all connected. This is all connected. Let's see if it goes bang. Come on. It's probably ineffective when it's not making contact with anything. That's it. There we go. There we go. Can we do that? Okay. On. Okay, so it's not. I formerly thought it was related to that. It's not. Okay. And it is not a connection issue. Right, the rest of it works. Alright. Okay. Disappointing. Disappointing. So answers on a postcard as to what is actually wrong with my Pocketbook then. If you have suggestions, you can pop them in the comments. As far as I know, have a user manual available, not a service manual available. This was going to be a separate video. I'll probably just stick it on the other one now, because why not? It's very short. So I'm gonna debate whether I try and reassemble this. Problem is these tend to break when they come apart. So what I might do is sort of partially reassemble it but leave this separate. And I want this to come apart, so yeah, I might at least do some sort of partial reassembly. And then we can look at whether there's more fault finding to do with the screen or whether it just needs a replacement screen. I don't know which is... Like, should we replace it? I don't know. Answers on a postcard. I think that's probably the end of today's video. Don't you potentially love Mastodon? So someone suggested that I should just double check that the capacitors on the back of this board are okay. So hook into the mask somewhere, and then one side should be connected to ground and the other side should not. Ground, not ground, ground, not ground, ground, not ground. No, sorry. That is ground and not ground. It is ground. What would be really nice is a circuit diagram. One's not ground. It's ground. Not ground. Ground. Not ground. Ground. Not, that's ground. Not ground. Ground. Not ground. Ground. Not ground. Ground. Not ground. I mean, that was ground, and that's not ground. That's ground. That's not ground. That's ground. It's not ground. That's not ground. Interesting. Neither side of that is ground. Huh. slightly suspicious of this capacitor. I can't really tell you why, because I don't know enough. It'd be nice if I knew the values. Get off and see what you're trying to do. Alright, the other thing that's been suggested, so looking at other people's sites, is that sometimes you can get like microscopic fractures on there. It's heating up. It's just taking a while. There we go. So we're going to do very quick. And it doesn't work right now. So. Where's my fancy thin solder? Fancy thin solder? Oh, it's up there. Switch from a fancy thin solder. Yeah, this is the leaded. That's right. With some lead-free solder, which is different. Generally reserve that for drips when I don't care. A bit straight. Apparently, some people who do this sort of thing end up with a microscope so they can see the screen, the fractures. You get the microscopic fractures. My dad would say, why is there no strain relief on this table? That's what he would say. And then he would mutter darkly about people not doing proper workmanship. Alright. As far as I can see, that is pointy now. I've made it pointy, which is the most important thing. That's not the right way up. Alright, there we go. Tuck you back in there. Come on, there you go. This is actually remarkably tricky now. In. What's that? Okay. Alrighty. Goes like that. No. You come here. Fun game, isn't it? Having all separate keys, but then putting them on a board that's held in just by a sheet of plastic. It's very exciting. Thank you, Psion. I think I'll put this thing on the ground for this. It's tricky. Alright. It goes in. That's it. Okay, there we go. Having a bit of a moment with regard to how things attach. Okay, well, I think this is probably the final play before I give up for the day and go eat food. That's interesting. I think I've made it... No, it's not worse. It does suggest that maybe there's an iffy capacitor somewhere. I was really just tempted to try. Unfortunately, I don't actually know the value for any of these capacitors. I could take them off and try and get them a replacement. And there might be capacitors the other side of this board. That's the other thing. I don't think there are. I think this might be a single, well, not a single-sided board, but a single side for components. Hard to tell, really. One's down to the vertical, so it's around to push the horizontal, so about this, that. Then the other thing I could do, just quickly, is just reflow all of them. Since I'm here, and I've got the solder. As hard as I thought it was. This is, as often the case, a very weird situation where my feet are freezing in this environment. The body is cool, but not frozen. Mm-hmm. Because it is cold in here. I don't know what temperature it is. And push all of these into the tops and the bottoms. With no microscope, I can't tell if there's a really tiny issue with a microfracture somewhere. I don't think, given the symptoms I'm getting, it seems unlikely. But in lieu of me just randomly replacing all of these capacitors with whatever I have on hand, there's this activity. It fills some time, doesn't it? It's good practice for me. I really should get one of those component whatsits that allow you to tell test components and also find out their values. That would be useful. Because I don't have one. Alright. Let's see if that's done anything. Alright, in you go. In you go. It has got more be luck than judgment. Not terribly optimistic at this point. Okay. Nope, still exactly the same. Okay. What else could we do? We can see what we have on hand. Look in the SMD capacitors drawer, shall we? See what excitement is lurking in there. What's that? So it's like what are you? Apart from in a small container where I can't really see. That's helpful, Kate. M7. Excellent. Maybe I should have written on those what they were. Those are capacitors, aren't they? 10 microfarad, 25 volts. Alright, I've got a bunch more of these somewhere. Where they've gone. Alright, well. So I think I'm just going to pop it all back in its storage for the minute, and then we'll work out what we're going to do with it. Whether we're going to try and find a functional working screen, or whether I'm gonna take some of these caps off and try and test and then replace. Well, see, they seem to test as okay, or at least functioning as capacitors, so slightly not inclined to spend a lot of time replacing them. You can put your thoughts on a postcard and send me a new Acorn Pocketbook 2 that actually has a functional capacitor. Functional screen. And then I can destroy that too. Maybe one with a broken hinge. Maybe I could... Oh, but I want it to say Acorn when I turn it on. So for a moment I was like, well, I could get a Psion one and put that in the Acorn body. But, well, it doesn't please me in the same way, because this one does cheerfully say Acorn when you turn it on, which is kind of nice.